let's talk about Undeniably Infatuated. If you've been looking at my content, you'll know I have been enjoying this book. So I love this series. And I'll admit, when the sign-up came and I saw it was Jason Clarke and Andy Ant in a dual narration, I might, and I know I'm the person that's like, don't complain if you don't get an ARC or an ALC. I can admit that when that sign-up went out, having done the other books in the series and loved them, if I didn't get this book because somebody else has gone, Jason, Andy, and got it, I was going to be mad. And I was messaging with my friend Jodie, and I was like, you know, all these people are running to sign up. And she was like, that would be me. I was like, well, obviously it's okay for you to have it. Which of course is just a joke, because if I hadn't got it, I would have just been like, I love that you got it, I'm going to go buy it when it comes out. But you know, we get to have some dramatics every once in a while. And notice how the dramatics were in private. Just saying. But anyway, I did get to thank the heavens, the powers that be at Muslim Audio and Lyric and Jay Zaman. Like, thank you. I love this book. I think it's my favourite in the series. It is, unless my memory is deceiving me, the spice was like cranked right up on this one. And it happens pretty quickly. And guess what? You're going to be so impressed with me. I remember the characters' names, Stone and Tinsley. I even remember side characters. Who even am I? I don't know. But it's exciting stuff. So Stone is a billionaire doctor, and Tinsley is a celebrity. They know one another, have their entire lives. She is his brother's ex-girlfriend. So we kind of, without going into too much detail, we open up with what I thought was like the most hilarious chapter. So he has just screwed up in his job, and he's realised, you know what, I need to fix things about me because this could have been prevented. So he's going to go on his boat for 10 days and just chill and get his head right. Except when he gets there, there's somebody already on his boat. And Tinsley is like, I've just had this stalker case, I broke up my boyfriend, there's too many people controlling me. I need to figure out what I want. So nobody is ever on Stone's boat, so I'm going to go to Stone's boat. So she thinks he is a stalker coming to get her, or paparazzi or whatever, and acts accordingly. You know, girl's got to protect herself. Who can blame her? Stone evidently can blame her. And the exchange is hilarious. And I think that for me set the tone for this book. We feel that sort of sexual attraction, that banter, them like, where the hell are these feelings coming from? Like, we never felt this way before. Like, what the hell are we gonna do? Like, I dated your brother, you dated my brother, sort of thing. And it was very, so, you know, they commit to 10 days. They're gonna have these 10 days, and of course, they're on a boat for 10 days, we have to have stuff happen. So, you know, we get to the spice pretty quickly, and then it jumps. It time jumps. The gasp, I gasped that they had been apart for this long. I was like, what? And that they've not been with other people, even though they think they've been with other people. Oh my God, my heart. And they're like, no, we're going to stay away from each other. We're not going to have anything to do with one another. You stay over there and I'll stay over here. And they just cannot stay away from one another. And then we get this sort of threat, which is weaved through. And of course, where's she going to go to stay safe? you got it. She's moving in with Stone, and you know, you're gonna have your room and I'm gonna have my room. I mean, am I the only one that laughs when that happens? Because we know, right? We know what's going down. And I loved it. Like, seeing these characters do that push and pull of having these feelings but wanting to protect other people, but then people figuring it out and being like, oh yeah, like, and them still like thinking everybody is in the dark. The performances, so Jason Clarke and Andy Ant, like, come on, like, we know they're top 10. And I said this in another video, but for those that didn't see that video, I think if you have not listened to a Jewel yet, or you have listened to Jewel and haven't really enjoyed it, I think listening to this book would be a great book. Because if you listen to this book and you still say you don't like Jewel, 100% I will believe that you do not like Jewel, because this is a masterclass in what Jewel should be. Both Andy and Jason do an incredible job of the other gender. I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm like, has Andy snuck a guy into the booth? Has Jason snuck a woman into the booth? Like, what? How do they do this with their voice? I don't know, but amazing. And we get, even though we have the banter in this, we get some really incredible emotional scenes. And it's funny because, like, we get all the emotions with this. We get the emotions, man, the emotions. The humour. We get the heartfeltness. We get the tension. We get the upset. There is a scene towards the end which is very heavily emotion based, and I will say, for anybody that has people that maybe have a alcohol abuse and is difficult to listen to or read about, there is a small scene that does involve this, so just be aware of that. I do think you could skip that scene if you really needed to, because we get a follow-up of the outcome, so you would be fine. But it is a emotional scene, because of course made me cry all the time. And while we're on the subject of, there is another scene which some people could consider to be dubious consent. It's only a small scene, and consent is very much given after the fact, but that tiny little bit. So if that is something that is worrying for you, again, it's just a small thing that you could flip over if you needed to. How many ways can a person say I love you? How many times can a person say I love you? I love it. I mean, you know, I love these characters. Like, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Maybe I'm like in the character's minds, like, just say it. Say it, damn it. How many ways can I say I love it? How many times can I say I love it? This is going to go on one of my top reads of the year. Yes, I know that list is about 50 books long. Don't come at me. I'll whittle it down some way, somehow. You could go in and start this book if you haven't done the others in the series, because we do get check-ins with them, especially because there is a time jump in this. But the whole series is fantastic and you should definitely check it out. I'm very much looking forward to the next book, because there's a scene with Mason in this where all I'm going to say is he's in a robe and has a kitchen knife. That's all I'm saying. Hilarious. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens with him. So check it out.